Auction with KSI President with Cameron Smotherman, who returns to action on February 5th at Fury FC 74. Cam, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm happy to be talking with you again. And dude, you're 17 days out. How are you feeling?
Feeling tired, but I'm ready to go.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. Before we get to your fight, I haven't talked to you on camera since your knockout of Adam Martinez, man. Firstly, how did it feel to get back to your finishing ways?
Oh man, it was like what is it? The weight off my shoulders. It was like I was actually like going into that fight. I was telling my team, I was like, man, I don't think I have power anymore. It's like I need to find a new way to market myself. I was like, yeah, I just have no power. And even going into the third round, Adrian was like, I promise you're gonna finish this guy. And literally in my head, I was like, no, I'm not. And then a little bit later, I got it. I was like, oh, maybe I still got a little something.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool because I mean, like before that fight, you called it. You said you were done with split decisions, and you were like gonna try your hardest to knock this dude out, and boom,
Mm.
it eventually happened. It was a beautiful knockout. Um, I mean, was it just kind of like a perfect way to end your year?
Yeah, definitely. I couldn't have ended it any better. Oh no, the only way it could have been better was if I got a contract immediately after. But hopefully after this one, then maybe I will.
I wanted to ask, how would you rate your 2022, man? Give yourself a grade. And you fought 5 times, had a fight of the year contender, great knockout. You did get robbed. What would you give yourself?
I would say overall over the whole year, like a B minus. Yeah, like a B minus.
What
Um,
what would have made it an A?
an A, if I hadn't have lost and if I hadn't had two split decisions. Actually, yeah, a C plus. I give it a C plus. Two split decisions and a loss. Nah, it's trash.
I think you're a little bit too hard on yourself, but I will take you by your word, man. Awesome, dude. Awesome. How were your holidays?
They're pretty good. Didn't do much. It's you know what though? It sucks getting old. It really does. I got like two Christmas gifts, two, and I think I had to buy one of them myself. I'm like, this is terrible. This is not it. I don't like this. I miss being a kid. I got
Bro,
like two Christmas gifts.
bro, I am with you on that one, dude. Like, what the fuck, bro? Fuck getting
Yeah,
old.
yeah. No, this is not it. Like I didn't sign up for this. No.
Bro, I'm with you on that, dude. I'm with you on that. Awesome, awesome. Well, let's talk about it, dude. Fury FC 74. You get the call that you're replacing Carlos Vera. What was your reaction?
Shit. No, 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 no. And then I was like, I guess. And that was literally it. Because I told them I didn't want to fight for the title. And a lot of people are like, "Whoa, what is the title?" For me, it's like I don't want to fight 5 rounds. Like that sounds terrible. Obviously I'm trying to finish him. I'm planning on finishing him. But it's like, but if I don't, can you imagine having to fight two extra rounds? Like I'm already tired at the end of a 3 round fight. Now there's two more rounds on top of that. Like it's kind of hard to get excited for it. Just the thought of working that hard. It's not fun. Like, and then training for it is awful. I'm like, normally where I would be done and be okay with being done. Like, I work hard, but now I have to like do a little bit more, like just so I can go to sleep at night. It's like this is terrible what I'm putting myself through right now.
What's the difference in training?
I'm literally just doing a little bit more after every practice. Like normally, like yeah, yeah, just like or even if I was gonna warm up, do 3 rounds of shadow boxing, then do more. Now I gotta do 5 rounds of shadow boxing. You know how terrible that is? I don't. It's just yeah, just having to do more. Like literally, just more workload. Like I'm tired. I'm more tired. It's harder on my body. And it's just like not fun. And I mean, I'm complaining. We I've been doing like basically 5 round camps since I was an amateur. And just because I'm always in camps with people fighting 5 round fights or whatever. It's just that's just how we train. But it's like just because in my head I'm like, well, I got to do a little bit more just because now I'm the one fighting the 5 rounds, or it's just yeah, just mentally it's just trash.
I mean, when you put it that way, I totally get where you're coming from. I totally get where you're coming from.
Yeah, I mean, I'm grateful for the opportunity, so don't pull me and take my opportunity away, Eric or whatever. But I'm just saying, it's a lot.
That is fucking hilarious. All right. Well, you are fighting Peter Caballero, and if there's one dude who's almost as active as you, it's this guy. What are your thoughts on the matchup?
So on the matchup, so basically, I think this fight comes down to if it's an exciting fight, then I'm winning, and if it's a boring fight, then he's winning.
Hmm.
He's a professional fighter. He's obviously, planning on finishing me and all that, but he don't fight. I'm not even trying to trash talk him really, but his fights are pretty boring. Watching film for him kind of sucks. Um, but he's good at what he does, I guess. I mean, yeah, no, he's good at what he does. He has a good record. Out of 18 professional fights, he's won 13 of them. But man, like it's a chore. Honestly, like I'm not even joking. It's a chore watching film for him. Like I'm like outside. I was trying to watch his fights when I got the announcement. I was with my mom, and she literally fell asleep on the first fight, and and she woke up like 4 or 5 fights later, and she's like, "Oh, you still watching him?" And then it was actually one of his more exciting ones. She was like, "Man, this guy's boring," and I was like, "This is like the better one." And so it's like hopefully, but and I don't know. I kind of feel like that's probably why he hasn't gotten a call up already. It's because he's so boring. But I feel like because this is the for the title, and whoever wins this more than likely is gonna get a contract. Hopefully he comes and brings it. But if you watch all of my fights, not too many. Only one person has like came and really tried to bring it down. That was John Giannis. And both of our faces took a toll. So maybe I don't want him to do that because I don't want to have another one of those. Huh. I don't know. Maybe I do want a boring fight. Nah, I'm kidding.
Um,
But
you
yeah.
were right on your assessment. I've been doing the Fury social media for almost a year now, and watch he doesn't come to finish fights.
Yeah.
He just fights.
Yeah.
He just
He's one of those guys. Like I don't understand guys like that. Like you see it all the time. Like they'll have a boring ass split decision win, and they're like, yeah, yeah, that's me. And I'm like, what are you like? For me, I'm not even joking. Every time I've been to a decision, I'm embarrassed. And sometimes even some of my finishes, I'm kind of embarrassed. I'm like how do you like? I don't understand how you can ask people to buy tickets or even spend time on their day to put it on their phone or buy the Fight Pass app just to watch you, and then you go and do that. I'm like have some respect for your fans. Like I don't have it in me to do that. Like I can't do it, and so it's kind of hard to I respect that. I mean, ultimately it's about winning, but you gotta like I mean even the little highlight video they made like he didn't have any highlights, bro. It's like it's really like my highlight video, and they're like, oh yeah, he's here too. You know what I mean? It's just like, and again, I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm trash talking him, but like the dude is boring. Like he's boring, bro. Like he's boring as fuck. Like I'm serious. Like I hate watching film porn. Like normally I'll put fights on to while I run, just like be in the mode or whatever. But it's like I find myself watching Real Housewives Miami or some shit instead. And I don't even like reality TV. But it's just like I'd rather watch anything else than this guy fight. But I'm expecting him to bring it.
and then after every one of his wins, he gets on the mic. Is like, Dana, give me a call. You know.
Oh my god, bro, it's so embarrassing. I cringed. I'm not even joking. I literally have to turn it off. Like like as soon as the bell rings for the third round, like I have to hurry up and close because it's like I don't even I cringe. Like I get that secondhand embarrassment when he's like walking around and he puts the fucking cowboy hat on and shit. I'm like, what? I don't understand the cowboy hat, and it's just like, dude, that shit is embarrassing. He's like, man, I've never begged for anything, but I deserve it. It's like, why do you deserve it? You're boring. Do you even see? And here's what I wonder: do you even like watching you fight? You know what I mean? Like when you watch this, like, are you like, oh man, are you proud to show people this? Like, because it's not just about winning. You know what I mean? We're not basketball. We're not football players. Like, it's not literally. It's not just. This is entertainment, and then it's like, do you like? You know what I mean? I don't know. Sorry.
No, I get what you're saying, and I think it's one of these fights where it's like it, it's impossible to make a Cameron Smotherman fight boring. It's impossible to do it.
Hmm.
So I have so like you said, like if he's winning, it's probably boring. But I just doubt. I can't imagine him making you boring. Like it can't happen, right? Like so, like how do you see this fight kind of playing out?
So I mean, so I do agree with you. I cannot have a boring. Even my most boring fights are still exciting. Like it's usually the other guy's most exciting fight. Like even some my when I fought a wrestler in like 2021, it was my second loss, and I mean, like that fight was frustrating, like for me and my people, but it's like it's just so he's like stalling me out, and then I'll go for a flurry, and it's like it's exciting because they're like it's just that battle of is it boring or you're not gonna be boring. And so I kind of see it like with him, I don't think so. He's not necessarily a great wrestler. Um, he's more of a jiu-jitsu guy that but doesn't have the wrestling to get him where he needs to be or where he'd rather be, I think. Um, so I kind of feel like this fight is gonna be if he can get me against the fence, then he has a better chance to win. He has to get me to the fence and keep me on the fence. And if he not only does he have to keep me on the fence, I mean, if he manages to get me down, he has to keep me down. He's not he has a couple finishes, but I'm trying to give him as much props as I can. But I don't think he can do shit to me. I know he's apparently he started boxing or something to improve his hands or I don't know. Hopefully he tries to box. You know, I mean, I've never been to a boxing gym. Everyone thinks I come from a boxing background or something. Hey, I think this is your chance, Peter. I think this is the one where you show off how great your hands come along, and I'm probably screwed. You know what? I haven't even been striking for this whole camp. I haven't thrown a punch. I just been doing jujitsu. I just been worried about the grappling. So all I've been doing is doing jujitsu. So I think I'm gonna actually turn into. It's gonna be my first fight where I ever shoot a takedown. You know, no, I mean, but realistically, I don't feel like he could do anything to me. But I'm not gonna treat it like I treated the Casey Jones fight. The Casey Jones fight, I was like damn near just disrespectful with how I literally he was another guy like I just couldn't get into it, but then he almost fucking kicked my damn head through my shoulder and shit. So hey Peter, you seen that? You seen how I took that? I took Casey Jones lightly, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm not taking you as seriously either. So maybe that you should try to knock me out. I don't know. I don't. I keep going on these rants. My bad.
It's all good, dude. Well, at the end of the day, February 5th, how do you get your hand raised?
Like always, I'm gonna have to predict a knockout. I just don't. I've never seen somebody take my shots. Like it's either people stall are able to stall out, or I knock them out. So I don't think he's gonna be able to stall me out. So I think I'm gonna finish him within 2.5.
And then finally, man, what do you want your 2023 to look like? What are some goals that you have?
2023, I need I need a fat check from the UFC. I want a $50,000 bonus this year, um, after I make my debut.
Now, so let's kind of lay this out before I let you go. So you get the title February 5th. Do you think you get the call, or do you think you're going to the contender series? Like what would you prefer? What do you think is going to happen?
Of course, I'd prefer straight call up. Um, yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for a straight call up after this. I know the UFC's coming to San Antonio, so maybe somebody falls out, and I'm uh, right around the corner. And yeah, so hopefully that. If I don't get a straight call up, I do hope to get a contender series shot this summer and go from there.
Maybe get on that April card with Adrian.
Oh, that would be yeah. So that is a goal I've had. So when I first joined the gym, I fought with every single teammate that was on the every single teammate I had except for Adrian, and because Adrian got the call up before I could ever get the chance to fight on the card with him. So he's the only teammate that I've never fought with, and yeah, that's been my goal. I tell him that all the time. Like I want to fight on the same card as him.
And then, I lied. I got one more for you. So with all these prospects wanting to rush to the UFC, like, do you feel like you're ready for the UFC, right? Like, yeah, you've been fighting since 2019, right? And you went pro in
Mhm.
2021, but like, some would say that like that's you're still developing as a fighter, and once you get to
Mhm.
the UFC, you don't want to be learning on the job because those are the best
Mhm.
motherfuckers on the planet. So like, do you feel like you're ready to compete with the best fighters on the planet?
So I'm glad you brought that up because that's something that I've been thinking about for a while now. Like so when I first the year I went pro 2021, they were telling me that hey, we think if you win five in a row, we can send you off that year. And in the back of my mind, I was like, obviously, if I got that kind of opportunity, nobody's gonna turn it down. That'd just be crazy. But in the back of my mind, I was like, man, I'm not really ready. I'm not. I know I'm not ready, but like I was like, maybe if they matched me up perfectly, I could do it. But I was like, I don't have that kind of luck. So it's like if I had gotten that call up that first year, I probably would have been fizzled out by now, honestly. But then I was like, oh, so then the next year came and I was like, man, I was like, maybe by the end of the year, I'll probably be ready. And then this happened. But now I feel like I'm ready. And I am still developing. I'm still getting better. Like there's still a lot of things. Like today, even today, I just got schooled by so many people. And it was just like, gosh, like I thought I was good. And it's like I am good. But when it comes to MMA, like I know who I can compete with. I know you could ask Adrian who gives him the toughest rounds. Like it's me. Like and 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 I know that I'm not necessarily on his level yet, but I know that I'm good enough to where even if I know that I'm there. You know what I mean? Like I'm not even gonna say that I'm not on his level. He's just more developed than me, but I have all the skills that I need to be successful at this point.
Gotcha. So it's more of like, do you have the skills? It's more just the experience. Like
Mhm.
that's what it is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just getting more experience, and you should always be getting better. So you're always gonna kind of learn on the job. But I'm not in a place to where like I'm no longer ever lost. I'm never just I don't have an answer for a situation. Like maybe like obviously I can always get better at certain things. But there's nowhere where I feel like man, if this guy does this to me, I'm screwed. Like I could fight. I fought black belts. I can fight wrestlers. Like I'd love to rematch any of these wrestlers that I fought. It's I know, yeah, I have the skills. I know what I can do, and I'm not worried about anybody, anywhere.
I love it, man. Awesome. Cam, thank you so much for your time, brother. I really appreciate it, dude. If you want to plug your social media, plug any sponsors you might have, and if you want to thank anybody, the floor is yours.
All my social medias are the same. Lil Campster, LilCampster. And I want to thank everybody. Obviously, all the cliches, my family, friends, teammates, blah, blah, blah. But more importantly, I just want you guys to stay tuned for my food blog that I'm going to be starting after this fight because, I'm planning on doing big things. I'm going to be like, not like Keith Lee, but I'm going to be like Keith Lee.
Fucking mic drop.